Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live from Skyline Park in Brookline, Massachusetts. Here to bring you the first of a high school boys soccer doubleheader. Starting with this, the JV boys soccer contest. This doubleheader pits the visiting Lions of Chelmsford High School against the hosting Brookline High Warriors. This is my first JV boys soccer game of the fall. We previously tried a couple of times for me to have my first of two JV boys games, but each of the first two times we tried, the game ended up getting canceled due to bad weather. Now, the weather is forecasted to be less than ideal today. There is rain in the forecast, hopefully nothing too bad, and hopefully it doesn't mess with the Wi-Fi too much. It was a little choppy when I first started off the stream, but right now it seems to be holding strong. Here's hoping that remains the same throughout the day, as after this game concludes, we will have the varsity game on this channel. Now, at the request of the Brookline coach, that stream is unlisted, so it can only be viewed by people that have the specific link for that specific stream. So if you don't have the link, ask a coach or ask a parent or ask a player that you know. Ask someone you know affiliated with the Brookline High Varsity Boys Soccer team if you would like to get a link to that live stream. But this one, open to the public, so feel free to enjoy. With that in mind, as we are almost ready to get this one underway, we see Brookline huddling up in their blue jerseys with their white outline jersey numbers. Let's read through the roster for the Brookline High JV Boys Soccer team. Going in order of jersey number for Brookline, first off we have a sophomore, number 1, Kai Putney. Next, another sophomore, number 2, Marco Neer. A sophomore, number 3, Harrison Flint. A freshman, number 4, Adon Spivak. A freshman, number 5, Akihito Moriguchi. A sophomore, number 6, Ryan Goldberg. A junior, number 8, Zachary Lee. A junior, number 10, Aiden Kapusta. A sophomore, number 12, Zachary Lieberman Wingirder. A junior, number 13, Frederick Schreiber-Wacknick. A freshman, number 15, Javi Belmont. A junior with no listed jersey number, William Engeland. A junior, number 17, Maury Shendi Ruiz. A sophomore, number 19, Joseph Park. A sophomore wearing either number 20 or 14, Benjamin Keegan McGlynn. A freshman, number 21, Julian Weil. A sophomore, number 23, Dylan Hatchett. A sophomore also listed as number 23, James Carr. A junior, number 24, Joshua Bittner. A sophomore, number 26, Liam Forey. A junior, number 27, Timur Tunkman. A sophomore, number 28, Daniel Leary. A sophomore also listed as number 28, Matthew Rosales. And a sophomore, number 32, Finbar Bruin. So that is the roster as it was given to me for the Brookline High JV boys soccer team. As you could hear, a couple of duplicate jersey numbers. We got two guys listed at 23 in Dylan Hatchett and James Carr, and two listed at 28 in Daniel Leary and Matthew Rosales. And then we had one player listed without a jersey number in William Engeland. So if there are any fans tuning in, any Brookline fans who know the roster a little better and want to offer me some corrections, I encourage you to do so. As it was, I was actually given a roster correction just before I started the stream. Javi Belmont and Julian Weil came up to me to let me know that they had actually switched jersey numbers. Belmont had previously been listed as number 21 and Weil listed at number 15, but now Belmont is 15 and Weil is 21. Ah. Will England is number 9. Thank you. Okay, we got a few updates. First off, got some help on Will Engeland. He is number 9, as it turns out, thanks to a helpful fan out here at Skyline. I'm being told by John Carr, Dylan Hatchett is 3, and James Carr is 23, which then leaves me with 2 players listed as number 3 because Harrison Flint is listed as number 3 on this roster. So thank you for the help, John. My confusion not completely alleviated, but at least partially alleviated, and I appreciate that. And then if anyone knows the situation with the 2 number 28s, Daniel Leary and Matthew Rosales, let me know in the live chat. Oh, John saying I might be wrong about Dylan. Okay, but we at least hopefully know for now that James Carr should be 23. We'll figure this out as we go. Don't worry, folks. You know, worst comes to worst, I narrate a player by their jersey number instead of name. It's a bummer, but it happens. In the meantime, we see Brookline warming up here on the left, Chelmsford warming up here on the right in their white jerseys with red jersey numbers. Looks like we're going to be having a late start. We were originally scheduled to start at 1 p.m. precisely. I think Chelmsford arrived a little bit late, which is understandable. Chelmsford is a bit of a drive. And while this isn't exactly, school day rush hour, early Saturday afternoon can present its own challenges of traffic depending on the day. And frankly, with the relatively later school let-out time and history of busing issues that Brookline has had the past few years, I don't think they can say anything about another team showing up a little bit less than perfectly on time. As it is, the warm-ups have concluded, so we're not going to be starting too late, probably like, maybe 5-6 minutes later than our scheduled start time. So in my book, that's pretty good. Now, one thing I might ask for some help with in regards to player names is goalies, because a lot of times teams will have goalies with no jersey numbers, and so it can be tough for me sometimes to tell who it is taking the spot between the pipes, especially if it's my first time covering a team. So far, still no precipitation, and hoping it stays that way. The weather app on my phone told me a 90% chance of rain today, with a lot of it happening sometime here in the afternoon. Right now, the sun's poking through the clouds, which is a good sign. As we see Brookline getting ready to take the field, we see their goalie walking towards the net. Again, if anyone knows who is playing in goal for Brookline today, let me know. Looks like Wi-Fi is being a little bit less than perfectly cooperative right now, which is annoying. It's not completely terrible right now, but it does appear to be a little choppy. So folks, let me know what your viewing experience is like for this stream. As we go. Man, Skyline can be a bit of a mixed bag in terms of the stream, which is unfortunate. Looks like Brookline will get the opening possession, playing from the left here in the first half. We see number 10, Aiden Kapusta, getting ready to get us started. Oh no, my mistake. It was actually Chelmsford's number 1 who got us started. I saw that completely wrong. But here we are underway. Ball is headed out of bounds by Harrison Flint. Chelmsford with the throw in up the line, knocked away again by Flint, recovered by Chelmsford's number 6, sends it forward up the far side. Flint's going to get there first. He's trying to box out the Chelmsford player, and he does, kicks it up the line. It's knocked back, and Flint boots it, going to fly out of bounds. Throw in, downed, kicked away by number 6, Ryan Goldberg, but kicked back up by the Lions. Knocked away by, I think, one of the center backs, number 16, who is not on the roster. So if anyone knows who 16 is, let me know. This one's knocked towards the middle, whiffed by Flint, and he just barely gets it away, but not completely. The Lions still on the attack. The kick is walled. Recovered by Chelmsford, but then kicked away by Goldberg. Kicked right back by the Lions. They continue to dominate possession thus far. As you can see, it's going to be a little tough for us to see down in the near side corner there. As this time Flint gets the kick upfield, and it's knocked away. Chelmsford moving up. Crosser into the box. Kick just barely deflected at the last second by Flint. And they are forced to try and pass to the outside, and it's off the mark. Brookline now dribbling on the counter. That is Julian Weil, pass to the middle to someone else wearing number 6. As that pass is forward, not completely broken up. And now an attempted shot just going to roll wide. So we got a few instances of jersey number confusion on this team today. We got 2 players out on the field wearing number 6 for Brookline right now. Goalie has not yet been identified. Number 16 is not listed on the roster, so that might be one of the double numbers we had. But a long hit goes off the head of Kapusta. And now sent to the outside, and a give-and-go attempt is broken up. That was number 9, William Engeland, and number 17, Maury Shende Ruiz, who were working it up the field that time as it gets knocked out of bounds. And it's going to be Chelmsford ball. Throw in off a couple heads. Downed by the Lions and kicked across the field, knocked back by Flint, and it's going to bounce out of bounds. Throw in, kicked upfield, knocked right back by number 27, Timur Tunkman. And now Shende Ruiz racing after it, can't get there in time, out of bounds. Ryan Forey with some help here. Liam Forey, the keeper for Brookline. Thank you so much. Sent to the outside, now sent back to the middle to Goldberg. Lifted, no offsides. Kapusta trying to charge in, still fighting, and he loses footing, and he loses the ball. I think they called a penalty on Brookline. That was a very confusing sequence down there in the box. And so it'll be a free kick for Chelmsford, headed down by Engeland. Engeland cut off by the Chelmsford defense, but they ran out of room on the near side. Throw in from 16 into number 6. 6 sends it out to the far side to Weil. Weil over to Kapusta, leading for Weil. Weil tries a crosser. It's deflected and booted away by the Lions. Out of bounds, it bounces. Throw into the middle, to who I believe is Goldberg. Tap back to the outside to Josh Bittner. He sends it back and across to Tunkman. Tunkman up to 16. 16 dribbling against traffic. Pass back to Flint. Flint up the middle to 6. Now to the outside. Gets to Weil. Weil trying to keep it in bounds, and he cannot. And they say last touched by Brookline. Throw in kicked upfield by 6. Knocked up in the air. Downed and kicked away. Going to go up the far side. Number 10 racing for it. Slide tackle by Flint. Knocks it out of bounds. Throw in weird ricochet, and I think they called a handball on the Lions there. Flint boots it upfield, bouncing along, corralled by Weil, and now recovered by Kapusta. Kapusta leading, it's deflected and knocked away by Chelmsford, and they just barely managed to get it out along the sidelines. Or did they? No, they did not. And so they're going to rush the corner kick. And now in comes the crosser through the hands of the goalie, but booted away by the defense. Brookline didn't have enough in the box for that play. That one is out of bounds. Throw in now coming from Bittner. Throw in to, I think Goldberg sends it up for Engeland. Tried to slide for the kick and couldn't get there as it's taken by the keeper. This one is high and short. Bouncing. Collected by Goldberg. Sent back to Tunkman. Tunkman to the outside to 16. 16 up the line to Engeland. Engeland sends it forward for Shende Ruiz. And I think they might have called an off. Did they call offsides? I think they did. They call offsides on Maury Shende Ruiz. And so this will be a free kick for the Lions. Free kick bounces low, deflected by Engeland, collected by 6. 6 sends one out the far side. Chasing after it is Weil. Weil gets there and gets the deflection nicely to set up another corner kick. Setting up for the corner, I believe, is Goldberg. In high, header, deflected away by the Chelmsford defense, kicked right back in by 16, off the head and taken off the hop by the keeper. Aiden Kapusta with that last header, and that punt is not going anywhere far. Engeland downs it, but it's going to be chased down by the Chelmsford defense. But they ran out of room on the far side, on the near sideline again. Engeland throws in, tapped back to him. He sends one towards the box, but it deflects off a defender's foot. That's going to set up another Brookline corner, this time from the near side corner. Goldberg kicks it in high, might be too high, and it's wide and over the bar and out of bounds. This one sent up the middle, pass back to 24, who manages to kick it away from pressure. Goes right to Weil, however. Weil tries to tap it for Goldberg, taken away from him by 22. Now a pass to the middle, intercepted by Brookline's number 6. And a long kick bounces wide. Goal kick from Chelmsford, downed again by Engeland. Keeping with the ball, he kicks it, goes off the body of 24 and out of bounds. Looks like they're going to have 16 throw it in. Throw in. Gets to Goldberg. Goldberg out 16, crosser to the middle, off a head, off another head. That is Weil's header that is going to be taken off a couple hops. Punted, downed by 10. 10 walled off, and it's kicked away. Now intercepted by Goldberg, and Goldberg gets the favorable deflection forward. But number 9 from Chelmsford kicks it out off of Weil. Throw in from deep in their own end. And it's stolen away. This is Goldberg launching it forward, too far forward, and it's going to be scooped up by the Chelmsford keeper. Throws it this time off the knee of 23 up to 22. It's broken up by Goldberg, stolen by 6. He gets tripped up, and that's going to be a penalty on Chelmsford. Goldberg setting up for the free kick. Goldberg launches one in, and it's taken off one hop by the keeper. Punted towards midfield, deflected back, trying to down it, goes out of bounds, stays with Chelmsford. Throw in goes off the head of number 14, Benjamin Keegan-McGlynn. Sent forward by Chelmsford again. 22 sends it up the far side. Over the defense, gets to 10. 10 tries to cut it across. Ricochets like a pinball. and rolls out the back end, and that's going to be a corner for Chelmsford. Lions setting up for their first corner. Deflects and is kicked away by Keegan McGlynn. Up to England, who sends it way forward for number 26, Liam Forey, who I was told is the keeper. So I'm officially confused on the roster. As it's kicked back and forth, raindrops starting to fall out here at Skyline. And now a big boot forward, England chasing after it. It's kicked up in the air by 24, and he loses it out of bounds on the near side. And now we've got 29 throwing in, who is not on my roster. Passes back to 16, now up to 26. As that one deflects away and goes off a foot and out of bounds. It seems like the roster I was given for the JV team is just might be largely inaccurate at this point in the season. Seems to have been a lot of changes to it. Goal kick from Chelmsford. Off head and out of bounds. Light drizzle here, but it's picking up as that's a long kick from 10, taken by the Brookline keeper. Oops, sorry. Just throwing my coat over my laptop to keep it safe from the rain. So I'm not going to be able to read your comments in the live chat for a while at this point, as I've got my screen covered up. So if there's anything you feel you desperately need to say to me, you can try and send me an email. You can check out my address in the bottom left corner of your screen. Brookline moving the ball forward, a pass out to 29. 29 sends a crosser, nobody there in the middle to take it. Brookline's trying to stay on the attack, but it's cleared out. Pass back and forth. Brookline trying to move it forward. It is sent out to the near side to 29. And knocked out of bounds by Chelmsford. Throw in, flies in towards the box. Kick deflected and attempted clear, but not a lot on it. Taken back by Brookline. Weird ricochet off the kick. Last touch, they say, by Chelmsford. And so this is going to be a Brookline corner. I think I saw Brookline's number 10, Aiden Kapusta, setting up for the corner. Comes in low, bouncing past everybody. Now a long shot goes high and over the bar. That shot coming from number 5, Akihito Moriguchi. Goal kick from Chelmsford, downed by number 1, Kai Putney. Now a scrum for the ball. It's collected by Keegan McGlynn. Sent back to number 24, Bittner. Now upfield it gets to Moriguchi. Moriguchi crosser. Oh, and 29 couldn't get the kickoff, lost his footing. And now number 26 slides in and kicks it away. Throw in off the head of 29 and then kicked out of bounds by Chelmsford's number 13. Throw in towards the middle, goes off ahead. Scrumming for the ball. Chelmsford controlling it for now. Knocked out of bounds by 29. Brookline's now also got number 30 out there, which is another number that I just don't have on my roster. Throw-in goes off the head of 16. Tunkman gets a pass over to Flint, dribbles it forward, sends it upfield, bouncing along. Keegan McGlynn got a foot on it. Moriguchi now controls it. Moriguchi sending it forward, cut off by the keeper. Punted off the foot of 16. Now off 26, Keegan McGlynn. Passes back to 30, sent to the outside to Bittner. Bittner up in the air, and it's caught again by the keeper. Rain is letting up a little bit, but still going as that goes off the head of 16, now off the head of Putney, now up to 29. 29 tries to send one to the middle, gets it to Putney, but a little too far out in front of him, and it's kicked away. Recovered by 16, pass to the middle to 30. 30 sends one, miscommunicated as he sends it out to the far side, way out of reach of Moriguchi, and that's going to roll out of bounds. Throw-in goes off the head of Putney. Now Keegan McGlynn sends it to the middle. Tapped back by 26, gets to 30. 30 pass to 16, now forward. 26 touches it, but it's deflected out of bounds. They say last touched by Brookline. Oh, they were calling a penalty on Brookline, not an out of bounds. So it's a free kick for the Lions. Kick. Ultimately recovered by Chelmsford's number 10. Sends a long pass back. This one might be getting away from 21 as he's trying to keep with it, but the pursuit knocked away. It deflects back to Moriguchi, sends a crosser to the box. Off the head of 29, he was trying to get it to 26, but it's cleared away as it went over his head. 30 recovers, tries to spin off his defender, but cannot, and it's kicked away by the Lions. Bounces past Tunkman. Tunkman sends it back to Forey, who boots it high up in the air. Headed down, recovered by 16. Sent out the far side and out of bounds. Throw-in goes off the foot of Flint. Excuse me. The throw-in, another couple deflections. Chelmsford trying to fight through and gets fouled. Free kick for Chelmsford. Flies in, caught by Forey. Rolled in up the near side for 29. 29 taking it himself. Long kick towards the middle. Misses Keegan McGlynn. And it's kicked away, recovered by Putney. Putney tried to force it forward, walled by, I think, 13. Now 6 sends it up the far side. Bittner boxing out to let it roll out of bounds. Rain starting to pick up a little bit again, but right now still fairly light. I got all kinds of wrong numbers on this roster. We got at least one correction here. Number 29 is Zachary Lee. He was listed on my roster as number 8. That was incorrect, but it has now been corrected. Now sent forward. Hard deflection off of number 6, now taken by Goldberg. Passed out to 16. Upfield, misses Engeland, and it's going to fly out of bounds for a goal kick. Now disrupted along the far side briefly by Flint, but 16 keeping up the pursuit and takes it away. Number 10 kicks it up the far side. It is cut off by number 23, James Carr. Now Goldberg sends it out to 16 on the far side. 16 bringing it up. Kick to the middle to 6. 6 back to Goldberg. Upfield kicked away. And now Brookline starting to move. Keegan McGlynn sending a leader for Weil. Weil got the favorable deflection. It's going to be a corner. They got Goldberg setting up for the corner kick. In comes the kick. Stays in the box. Still in the box. Now kicked out. Chased down by Engeland. Engeland sends it to the middle. Knocked away by the Lions. 16 deflects it back to the middle where 6 sends it to the outside. Sent forward for Weil. Weil sends it back to Goldberg. Goldberg winds and fires. Juggled by the goalie but kicked away by 24. Weil recovers it on the far side. Gets around a defender. Still working along the baseline. Sends a pass through. Shot kicked away by a defender. Another shot from 6 walled off. They're still pushing it forward. It deflects forward. The clearing kick walled by Engeland, but it's taken off the bounce by the keeper. A number of good chances at the net there for Brookline, but none of them able to find the back of the net there. Still scoreless here in the first half. Headed down, kicked away, kicked back by Carr. Knocked out of bounds. Chelmsford kicks it upfield. It's collected briefly by Flint, and he gets fouled over the back by the Chelmsford striker. And so Goldberg kicks this one upfield for Engeland. Engeland crosser. It's in! William Engeland gets it just across the line for the game's first score. Oops. Now as the rain starts picking up, Brookline's got the 1-0 lead off the goal from William Engeland as that one bounces through but is scooped up by the keeper Liam Forey. Punted upfield. And now a long leading kick from Javi Belmont. And racing it down, it goes out of bounds, and it's going to be a Chelmsford goal kick. Was trying to lead that one for number 4, Adon Spivak. This long kick bouncing along, kicked back by Flint, and it's going to fly out of bounds. Rain's starting to get really heavy out here at Skyline. Ball gets touched through the middle. It's taken by 23, passed back to 24. 24 sends it upfield. Disrupted by Brookline, but 13 does come away with it for the Lions. Working up the far side, crossed through to the middle, kicked away by the Brookline defense, recovered by 22. 22 weaving through, passes back to 6. 6 lifts one. That's going to go well wide of the net. Goal kick being taken by Flint. Goes off the head of Belmont and then kicked away. Controlled by 6. And stolen back by 6 after it was taken by 22. Long leading kick down the far side. And it's won by Kapusta, but disrupted by number 3. And number 3 ran out of room and out of bounds as the rain starts to lighten up again. Crosser towards the box for Brookline and just missed on the header attempt by number 12, Zachary Lieberman Wingirter. So it will be a goal kick for the Lions. 24's kick headed forward. Big chance. Shende Ruiz fights off the defender. Score! Maury Shende Ruiz takes advantage of the faulty goal kick there by the Lions and makes him pay with Brookline's second goal of the day. Just had to update the scoreboard again as Brookline now leads 2-0 here in the first half. 1 goal each from William Engeland and Maury Shende Ruiz. On a rainy Saturday afternoon here at Skyline. Throw in for Javi Belmont, trying to fight through 22, but he gets walled off. But 22 ran out of room, and it's going to be a Brookline throw-in. Throw in. Kicked away by 21. Now knocked away. Deflects. Now kick to the middle. Knocked away by Chelmsford. Knocked back by, I think, Kapusta over to 6. Long shot going to bounce well wide of the net. There's no scoreboard here at Skyline, so there's no clock for me to reference about how much time we've got here in the half. We just got to wait for the official whistle. Right now, still the first half, and Brookline leads 2-0 off goals from Engeland and Shende Ruiz. Six dribbling towards the middle. Kicks it across to Spivak. Spivak is going to be the last touch of the ball for the half, as that is halftime. Our score at half, the Brookline High Warriors 2, the Chelmsford High Lions 0. During this halftime intermission, I'd like to take a moment for a local charity spotlight. I'd like to tell you about the Brookline Food Pantry. The Brookline Food Pantry provides groceries to Brookline residents in need of food assistance. The pantry saw a huge increase in demand for food assistance at the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, and that number has remained steadily high ever since. The food pantry has been serving an average of 650 households each week, more than 4 times the rate of families served pre-COVID. Brookline Food Pantry is fighting the good fight against hunger in our community, and they are always looking for more people willing to lend a hand, whether through monetary donations, direct food donations, or volunteers in the pantry. Food donations can be made at United Parish Church at 210 Harvard Street in Brookline on Wednesdays and Fridays from 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Monetary donations can be made online at the food pantry's website, brooklinefoodpantry.org. Go online or call 617-800-5339 for more information about how you can help the Brookline Food Pantry to feed your community. Once again, brooklinefoodpantry.org or call 617-800-5339. And remember, you can see the link and phone number for our local charity spotlight down in the description section down below, as well as a link to the official Venmo account of the Friends of BHS Soccer Booster Club, which supports both Brookline High boys and girls soccer at all 3 levels, varsity, JV, and freshman. So if you'd like to send them some monetary support, check out the link to the Venmo account in the description below. But for now, it is halftime. Brookline 2, Chelmsford 0. I'm just Mayfield-Sheehan. I'm not going to mute the mic, but I'm going to take off my headset for halftime. I'll be back with the second half of this game. Stay tuned. Thanks. I've got so many wrong things on my roster. Yeah, I got a roster, but there's so much I must have inaccurate.
I can tell you one number I think is wrong, which is number 3.
Yes.
20. Harrison Flint is 26, and I think you were saying number 3 was Flint.
Oh, is number 3 Dylan Hatchett?
I actually don't know who number 3 is.
Okay, I was told 3 is Dylan Hatchett, which didn't make sense because I had Harrison as 3. But if Harrison is 26, then that would make sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Any idea who 16 is?
Do you know?
3 is Hatchet, yeah.
3 is Hatchett. Do you know who 16 is?
16, is that Fred?
16 is Frederick as well.
Oh, okay. They had him listed as 13.
No, that's Frederick.
Okay.
Thank you for
Excellent.
doing
Schreiber
this.
Watnick.
Yes.
There's some good crowdsourcing going on.
Oh
here.
man, I need it bad.
Did you get the 2 distinctions of the number 6s?
No.
Okay.
So do you know which?
Yeah. So the one in the blue uniform is Ryan Goldberg.
Okay, the one in the normal uniform is
The
Ryan.
normal uniform, yes. And then the off-color jersey number 6 is Santi.
Santi Sierra.
Yes. Is
Got
that
it.
Santi's last? Yeah.
He's listed on the varsity roster.
Yes,
so
exactly.
That's why.
That's him.
Okay, got it. So that's Santi Sierra. Okay,
Yeah.
excellent. 30?
That's Marco Neer.
That's That's Marco Neer?
Yeah, 30's Marco.
Okay, he's listed as 2. Oh my god.
That was a girl's jersey number 2 that he had to change it for the boys.
Oh my gosh. All right, I think that's all the ones I've been confused about. Hopefully nobody else has changed. Wait, no, not
Yep.
yet. I was told Liam Forey is the keeper.
He
That's
is
right.
correct.
Okay, and that's why 26 is Harrison instead of Liam. Okay, that clears
Harry,
it up.
yes, yeah.
And then I got
Yes.
30. I got everything. Okay, I think that's everything I got.
Okay.
For right now. Awesome. Oh,
Thank
boy.
you. You do an amazing job.
Thank you.
You gotta watch those. Gardening is such a high risk sport. Yeah. 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 It's gonna get cold again this week though.
Does Sophia only have pain in her foot when she's wearing her cleats? Or does she have it wearing regular shoes too?
When she's wearing regular shoes too, but I think that it might be aggravated or created by playing, and then gets better because it gets better when she's not wearing her cleats. But then when she goes to play the game, then it starts hurting again.
That sounds painful.
So I'm not sure, and it could be other things too. But I think as a first step, making sure she has the right size shoes might be a step in the right direction.
That's definitely
And she's been resisting, saying like, "No, I like my cleats, I like them and everything." But when we went to the store today and she actually tried some on, she's like, "Oh, these don't feel comfortable." And I said, "Well, what size are they?" And she said they're size 7. And I said, "What size are you wearing right now?" And she said size 6.
Okay.
That might be
Back on the mic. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan coming to you live from Skyline Park in Brookline, Massachusetts, bringing you live coverage of today's high school JV boys soccer contest between the visiting Chelmsford High Lions and the hosting Brookline High Warriors. I was given a flurry of jersey number corrections during the break, so I should have things on the up and up this time. Brookline now on the right side getting the opening possession of the second half. And it is number 17, Maury Shende Ruiz, who had Brookline's second goal of the first half, who is going to get us started. William Engeland had the first one. And now this one is sent back to number 6, Ryan Goldberg. Now to the outside to number 16, who is, I've been told, is Frederick Schreiber-Wachnick, who was listed as 13, and that was incorrect. It's sent up the far side and out of bounds, and it'll be a Chelmsford throw-in. So I'll be filling you in on some of those corrections as we go, as that one is launched not out of bounds, but it is going to roll out the back end off the kick. Oh, and they say it was deflected by Chelmsford. So this is actually going to be a corner for Brookline. Ryan Goldberg setting up for the corner. This one sails in, bouncing, kick, sails high off the foot of Josh Bittner. Brookline very close to making it 3-0 there. So among the other roster corrections that I was helped with by the helpful fans out here at Skyline, There are 2 number 6s currently out on the field for Brookline. The one in the normal colored jersey is Ryan Goldberg, as listed on the roster. The other number 6 is Santi Sierra, who is not on the JV roster, is listed on the varsity roster, but is probably being given some playing time here. Shende Ruiz breaking through, charging in, shot saved, put back saved. What a huge save by the Chelmsford goalie. As Maury Shende Ruiz almost got his second goal of the day. Keeper punts it. It's knocked forward by Goldberg, sent to the outside and kicked away over the head of Schreiber-Wachnick, and it's taken by Chelmsford. A pass misses. Now I think we got 2 number 27s out there. Just as I thought I had all my corrections lined up, we get a new wrinkle in here. That's to the outside, and that's going to be knocked out of bounds. I believe that's going to be a Chelmsford corner. Lions setting up. Corner kick comes in high, and it's caught by Liam Forey. Good hands on a wet day as Forey punts it up the far side, goes off the head of 24. Chased down by Chelmsford's number 16, but ran out of room on the far side. Throw in. Bouncing forward, taken by Aiden Kapusta. Kapusta racing, fends off the defender, sends a pass out to Moriguchi. Offside's called. Boy, I thought Akihito Moriguchi had managed to put the brakes on and stop at the right spot to prevent the offsides, but the officials say otherwise, and ultimately it is their say. Kick walled by Kapusta, and he deflects that one, but it goes out of bounds, and it'll be Chelmsford ball. Throw in off the head of Moriguchi. 23 pushes it forward. Scrum goes out of bounds, and it'll be Chelmsford ball again. Throw in. And we got a foul on Chelmsford's number 6 for going over the back on that play. Free kick for Brookline goes towards the middle, taken by Chelmsford, poked away by Goldberg. Goldberg keeps pushing it. Player slipped and fell. Ball's knocked back, taken by Sierra. Pass out to Schreiber-Wachnick. Sent up the line to Engeland. Engeland sends it forward, bouncing along. Offsides called. Almost a huge chance for Aiden Kapusta. And a yellow card. A yellow card given for Kapusta. You know, maybe for still kicking it in the goal after the whistle was blown. So now he will be subbed out, and coming in for Brookline will be number 25, who I don't have on my roster. Boy, I got all those corrections during halftime, and there's still jersey numbers stumping me even now as we see some new numbers come in. Shende Ruiz lifts it down the far side for Engeland. Engeland lost out of bounds. It's going to be Brookline ball. No, they called a penalty on Chelmsford. This is going to be a free kick taken by Goldberg. Goldberg's kick sails in. Scrum around the box. Kicked in! Santi Sierra! Well, I'm happy that's one name correction I got during halftime because I'm able to call his name correctly. Santi Sierra makes it a 3-goal game in Brookline's favor. 3-0 the score here in the second half. On that goal, I think the assist will be given to Ryan Goldberg for sending in the free kick into the box, even though there was a bit of a scrum for the ball. It might go down as unassisted, but either way, Santi Sierra makes it a 3-0 lead for Brookline. This one sliced into the air, and it's going to bounce out of bounds on the near side. Bittner throws it in, goes off the head of 25, down by Moriguchi for 25. 25 rushing in, disrupted, still pushing, and it's kicked out of bounds by 24. And that's going to be another Brookline corner, looks like. That's going to be basically not possible for us to see, so I'll just put the camera over here by the box as we await the kick. Kick comes in, and it missed. But it was deflected out by Chelmsford, so now we're going to have a corner on the far side. This is going to be taken by number 30, Marco Neer. Neer was listed as number 2 on the roster, and that was not correct. He's in fact number 30, and now he's swapping out for Goldberg. Oh, just tapped it for Goldberg. Goldberg dribbles in, now sends it to the box, off the head of 25, but he's called for pushing off. .24 takes the goal kick for Chelmsford. Kicked forward by Goldberg up to 25, booted away by the Chelmsford defense. Downed by Neer, over to Bittner. Bittner sends it back to the alternate, number 27. Now working through the middle are the Lions. This is number 22 dribbling, sends it upfield, walled off by Schreiber-Wachnick. Sent up the far side to Engeland, but he lost the ball out of bounds. Throw in, kicked back by Goldberg, recovered inbounds and touched to the middle to 25. Now Goldberg sends it to the middle. It's pushed forward and disrupted by the Lions. 16 dribbling. Lost track of the ball, though, and Neer taking advantage. Or, no, that was 25, excuse me. And so it's going to be a free kick for Chelmsford here after that play, as they called the penalty on 25, I believe. Kick is shallow and off the head of Moriguchi. Pushed forward. 25 gets a pass. Engeland trying to fight for it, and he gets it. Pass over to Neer. Neer sending it up for Moriguchi. Ball making splashes as it rolls along the turf, and we lost visibility in a sea of umbrellas. Throw in is going to result in a corner kick. Again, I'm just going to move the camera towards the box as we await the kick. It sails in towards the outside. It was downed by Bittner, chased down by number 26, Harrison Flint. Pass back to Schreiber-Wachnick, who launches one over the bar. It'll be a goal kick. .24 takes the kick. It's shallow, and it's Wild that deflects it towards the middle, taken by Chelmsford. Swarm of blue jerseys couldn't quite get it away, but now after a whiffed kick, it's deflected by Wild, collected by Near. Wild dribbling, went too far, and he's called for the push against 22. Free kick taken by 21, flies towards the box, goes off the back of the foot of Schreiber-Wachnick, then 22 launches it. It goes wide of the net. Rain has temporarily let up out here at Skyline, which is really nice given how torrential it got at some of its worst points. Seems like it's just going to be off and on throughout the afternoon. As Tunkman takes the free kick, it bounces forward, being chased down by Benjamin Keegan-McGlynn, and it's knocked out of bounds. It's going to be another Brookline corner. They're going to have Marco Neer set up for the corner. And well, we got a whistle as things weren't properly lined up yet. So take two. Brookline currently up 3-0 on the Lions here in the second half. Near pops it high, deflects down, still in the box. This is chased down, passed out to Near, now back to Putney. Putney's kick walled off by 25, but deflects over to Near. Near trying to gain the edge again, gains the edge, and gets the favorable deflection for another corner kick. Near setting up for another corner. Comes in high, off the head of Flint, and it goes just wide. This one kicked, deflected back, goes back to one of the 227s, who I believe is Teamer Tunkman. Couple passes forward, that one intercepted by the Lions, and they're going to call Kai Putney on the penalty there for the shirt grab. Kick comes in low, and And fighting for it is number 29, Zachary Lee. It's sent forward. It's a race for the ball now. Kicked away by Chelmsford and knocked out of bounds by Weil. A mess of substitutions checking in on both sides. For Brookline among the subs, number 4, Adon Spivak, number 32, Finbar Bruin, number 15, Javi Belmont, and I think there was one more. Yes, the last one was number 12, Zach Lieberman Wingirter. Throw in, tapped back, kicked up the line, gets through everybody up to number 50, but 50 boxed out by Bruin, and number 27 kicks it back to Forey, the goalkeeper. Forey boots it out to the far side, reaches his target. That was Lieberman Wingirter, who passed it back to Tunkman. Tunkman now trying to kick it up the line. He does, but it's out of reach for Flint and out of bounds. Throw in, deflected down, pass to the middle to Putney. Putney kicks it forward to Spivak. Spivak trying to send a leader, deflected by number 7. Putney recovers, sends it forward for 25, and 25 scores! Number 25 off a nice assist from Kai Putney. So number 25 is Daniel Leary, I assume. Daniel Leary, okay. So goal number 4 for Brookline, scored by number 25, Daniel Leary. Make it a 4-0 score. Off a very nice assist from number 1, Kai Putney. So we're doing work. We're catching up on the roster. We're figuring things out. Thanks to a lot of very helpful fans out here at Skyline today. Brookline trying to keep on the attack here as the Lions take that one away and kick it upfield. Goes off the head of James Carr, but is recovered by the Lions. Pass to the middle. Disrupted by Leary. So I think I've now managed to identify everyone I've seen on the field so far except for the second number 27. Flint boots that one up in the air, a little off angle for a crosser, but it's tapped over for Putney. His kick walled off, and it's cleared out by the Lions. Recovered by Bruin. Now sent to the middle to Putney. Putney back to 27. 27 to the outside to Lieberman Wingirter. Lieberman Wingirter passes it back to Belmont. Belmont sends it across to Bruin. Bruin forward, walled off. Popped in the air by 13. Bouncing, goes off the head of Leary. Leary managed to track it down, send it back to Putney. Putney dribbling, trying to give himself some space, passes it back. Carr swings it across to 27. Now forward to Belmont, back to Carr. Carr pops it up in the air. Keegan McGlynn waiting for it, takes it, tries to push it forward, and almost knocks the ball out of the goalie's hands. But really hard to do that legally. Goalie punts it up in the air. Downed by 21. 21 taps it. Dribbling through the middle. They try a kick. It's deflected and stolen by Leary. Pass over to Belmont and back to Bruin. Bruin dribbling, gets around one defender, moves up the wing, pass to the middle, broken up, stolen by 22. Long leading kick, too far. It's going to roll into the waiting arms of Liam Forey. Forey gives it out to 27. 27 winds and kicks a long leading kick. This is a race for the ball. Keegan McGlynn tripped up, but no call. They say he got ball first. Punt is downed by Lieberman Wingirter, sent up the line, kicked away by 24, gets up to 22. 22, a pass up to 21, too far, taken away by 27. 27, pass misses Leary. Taken by the Lions, a pass intercepted again by Leary. Leary weaves through one, tries a pass, walled off. Clear, knocked away by Putney, but then it's cleared back again. Bruin downs it into a bit of a scrum, and Bruin comes out of the scrum with it. Knocked away from him, taken back by Chelmsford, but they couldn't keep control, and it's lost out of bounds. Four 0 the Brookline lead here in the second half. Goals so far coming from William Engeland, Maury Shende Ruiz, Santi Sierra, and Daniel Leary. Bruin throws it in to Leary. Leary surrounded on all sides. The ball is knocked away, but Brookline keeping out the pressure. It's Leary who recovers. Passes it for Belmont. Belmont, the shot, saved. There's been a couple nice saves by the Lions keeper today. That's kept this game from getting even more out of hand for Chelmsford. Up the line it goes to 5, and he slips and falls on the wet turf. Oh, they actually called a penalty on Brookline, so he didn't slip. He was tripped. Free kick launched. Kicked right back. And then kicked back again. Over a couple heads, goes off the head of Carr. And Carr manages to fight and keep it in bounds as he sends it up the line, and ball goes out of bounds. Chelmsford ball. Throw in to 21. Kick back and forth, goes upfield to Flint. Flint dribbling, passing forward to Putney. Putney misses his pass to Lieberman Wingirter on the outside, and that'll be Chelmsford ball. Throw in. And we got a whistle. That might be a penalty against Brookline. Free kick coming for Chelmsford, just inside their side of the field. Bouncing past a couple players, and it's just going to fly out of bounds as a couple of Brookline subs check into the game. Among them, number 14, Benjamin Keegan McGlynn. And the other one is number 3, who I can now correctly identify as Dylan Hatchett. Hatchett was one of the players listed at 23 on the roster I was given, but in fact he's wearing number 3. Number 3 was listed on my roster as Harrison Flint, but in fact he is 26. And Liam Forey was listed on the roster as 26, but in fact he's the goalkeeper. That's about half of the roster corrections we've had to make today. It's been a fun time out here at Skyline. Brookline trying to move the ball, but walled off by a swarm of Lions defenders. Pass goes back to number 19, Joseph Park, who kicks away upfield, and now a race upfield. This is Lieberman Wingirter scoring! Zachary Lieberman Wingirter makes it 5-0 off a long assist from Joseph Park. Boy, that's one of those goals that just kind of sneaks up on you. A long leading kick, and then it just turns into a race. And Lieberman Wingirter took advantage and finished on that chance there. My apologies for no instant replay on any of these goals. With the bad weather, it's just not something I've been able to utilize because I had to throw like I said, I had to throw a coat over my laptop. And so that's just a feature I ended up kind of neglecting today. But we've had 5 very nice goals so far today for Brookline, all 5 from different goal scorers. And it's a 5-0 game here in the second half. And now Brookline off on a rush again. This is Dylan Hatchett. And the dribble gets knocked away by the Chelmsford defense. Scooped up by the keeper. Punt goes towards midfield, bounces past Belmont, goes off ahead. Kicked forward by 21, and 27 corrals it. Decides to keep it for himself and goes to the outside and sends it up the line. And that's good judgment from number 27, actually. Usually in a situation like that, your center back will choose the safe option and just kick it out of bounds and not risk anything. But he decided to take the option that would ultimately put his team in a better position. A little more risky, but given the positioning of all the other players on the field, he calculated it was worth the risk. Nice through pass from Keegan McGlynn for Hatchett. Sends a crosser, knocked away by the defense as it was rolling towards Leary. And that's going to be another Brookline corner. Keegan McGlynn lining up for the corner kick. Kick sails in off ahead, deflecting through. Park's shot walled, and that's going to be another corner. And we're not going to be able to see this corner coming in from Keegan McGlynn, as you see the Brookline varsity roster over there getting ready. Kick sails in, and we got a push in the back against Brookline. And that's going to be a free kick for Chelmsford. Sliced into the air, bouncing along. 21 takes it, but it's touched forward, got away from Spivak, and out of bounds. Leary couldn't keep it in. Throw in, bouncing forward for 22, just barely out of his reach and knocked away by 27. Spivak dribbling, pass forward to Putney. Putney sends it back to Spivak. Spivak, surrounded by defenders, it's knocked away. Cleared out by 23. Corralled by 27. 27 now dribbling. Pass forward. Putney moves it along to Keegan McGlynn. Give and go back to Putney. Putney sending one upfield to Hatchett. Hatchett knocked away from him. Brookline still chasing it. And penalty call against Brookline as they got a little too physical, taking that one away. Kick upfield, downed. Putney. Forward to Keegan McGlynn. To the outside for Lieberman Wingirter. Lieberman Wingirter tripped up, but the ball is taken and launched over the bar off a long shot from Javi Belmont. Kick comes in low. Now a pass to the middle, and they call a penalty on Hatchett for the aggressive slide tackle there. Free kick goes past number 1, is going to roll out of bounds. Folks, remember the varsity game between Brookline and Chelmsford coming up right after the conclusion of this JV game. You will need the link, however, to watch that live stream, as it has been unlisted at request of the Brookline coach. So anyone you know who is affiliated with the Brookline High varsity boys soccer team, reach out to them if you want to get the link and the chance to watch that stream right after this one. James Carr, biding his time, sends it up the line for Lieberman Wingirter. Pass to the middle, broken up by 22. To the outside, number 5 loses it out of bounds. Carr throws it in for Keegan McGlynn, who taps it forward for Hatchett. Hatchett walled by number 24, and it's kicked away. And Rain's coming down once again. Like I said, we're going to be on and off with the precipitation all day today. Chelmsford throws it in. And number 1 gets tripped up, and that's going to be another free kick for the Lions. Free kick flies in and past everybody, out of bounds. Rain getting very heavy out here now at Skyline. And just in time, there's our final whistle. And this one is in the books. The final score out here at Skyline Park, the Brookline High Warriors 5, the Chelmsford High Lions 0. Brookline with 1 goal apiece from Daniel Leary, Maury Shende Ruiz, Santi Sierra, William Engeland, and Zachary Lieberman Wingirter. So that's going to do it for the live stream of this JV game. Like I said, varsity game coming up after this one. It's unlisted, so be sure to find someone who can give you the link to that one so you can tune in for that. But for this one, that's going to come to a close. Thank you so much for tuning in today, everyone. If you enjoyed this live stream, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming sports live streams. Thank you to those who helped me out in the live chat and to all the nice fans out here in Skyline who helped me with all the roster corrections today. If there's anything you'd like to say after the stream is concluded, you can say it in the comment section down below. Also go down below to the description section of the video where you can find some helpful links. You can find a link to the official Venmo account of the Friends of BHS Soccer Booster Club, where you can donate money to help support the Brookline High soccer programs, boys and girls, all 3 levels. You can also check out a link and phone number for our local charity spotlight, the Brookline Food Pantry. Find out how you can help feed your community here in Brookline. Also, further down below in the description section or in the bottom right corner of your screen, you can find some more information about me, the URL to my personal website, jessesports.com. Find out more about me, the freelance sports broadcasting services that I provide to various teams, and how you can commission those services for your favorite team. Also, if you just want to skip past that, you can email me directly with any questions or requests you may have. And remember to follow me on Instagram, where I post highlights from previous live streams. But for this live stream, that is going to do it. Final score, Brookline 5, Chelmsford 0. From Skyline Park in Brookline, Massachusetts, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Thank you all for watching, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Did I hear you say that the Brookline coach didn't want you to make the link?
Yeah. One second. Could you? Could you actually hold this for me? I just gotta end this one and get ready to start the next one. I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Weather's less than agreeable.